and eventually we will make it where we're supposed to go, which is apparently in this guy's path. Tell me, where are the mountains around these parts? Well, there are like hills, there's like elevated land. Hi Girl has an Onix. You would think by this point the game would be aware that Onix is not the best Pokemon, but it is unaware of that still. The game still is pushing Onix on you. Like, no, we swear this is a really good Pokemon. It's rare, everybody's got it, it's just not that great. Hey, a Machoke, something different. Something a little better, but hey, wouldn't you know it, I brought Mr. Jency along. Mr. Jency also needs a little bit of work. So Mr. Jency is here to think hard at things and watch them die. He's good at that. Mr. Jency, think about it for a second. All right, that was enough. Down goes the Machoke. Oh, and a critical. I might have been able to take out a level 99 Machoke with a critical. Are you kidding me? Down goes Earl. I lost my way while I was busy battling. What? You do know that when we battle, we stand in the same spot, right? Were you running while you were battling? Aren't there any mountains around these parts? Like Mount Ember? We will just leave this mountain climber behind and see what we can find down in Ruin Valley. Now here we have access to a couple Pokemon that we have encountered in battle before, but have not had the opportunity to catch before. Let's see if we can find one of them today. We do! Here we can find a Yanma. Yanma is pretty rare around here. 10% of the time it will show up. So because it's such low level, pretty much every new Pokemon that we're going to be seeing around here is low level. I'm just going to throw an Ultra Ball at it and see how it works out for me. I was somewhat expecting that to work. Oh, and it does damage. Good for you. Popeye still has leftovers. I never transferred those. All right, I'll probably go for 3. If that doesn't work, I'll probably just call it a day and kill it. I'm not really ecstatic about catching a Yanma, but I got it anyway. See, I just need to talk about how I don't want it, and then I'll get it. Those are the rules. Yanma, the clear Pokemon, even though it's not clear at all. It's about 4 foot tall, which would make it about 90 centimeters, give or take. 83.8 pounds, roughly, I'm going to say 40 kilos. It's pretty damn heavy for a bug. If it flaps its wings really fast, it can generate shockwaves that will shatter windows in the area. Really? Give a nickname to the captured Yanma, even? Sure, I'll give it an easier name to say than Yanma. As suggested by 10 player, this is going to be Red Girl. Red Girl is going to go into box number 1. We'll take a look at her and then probably not ever take her out of the box again. But on top of Yanma, which I said shows up here 10% of the time, Natu is your most common Pokemon around here. 25% of the time, Natu will show up. Spearow will show up 20% of the time. Fearow and Meowth will each show up 10% of the time, as will your new water exclusive. So for Fire Red, that means Wooper, and for Leaf Green, that means Meryl. Both of those will show up 10% of the time in your version. Persian will show up here 5% of the time, as will Wobbuffet, which is kind of cool, I guess. Then your old water exclusive will show up here 5% of the time as well. That means Psyduck for Fire Red and Slowpoke for Leaf Green. Let's head down here, and here we can find a small little rock puzzle, which is kind of complicated, but really you don't have too much choice other than to solve this. It really can't be done any other way. You can't sneak down there, so really just do the only thing that you can do, and it will clear the path for you. And here we can find a Sunstone. A Sunstone is a new evolutionary stone that did not exist in the previous versions of the game. The only one that is kind of important for the purposes of this Let's Play, is that instead of turning a gloom into a Vileplume, using the leaf stone, you can use the sunstone to turn the gloom into a blossom, which is a much prettier flower Pokemon than a Vileplume. It's a pure grass type, but can still learn Toxic. It's a slightly more offensive Pokemon than Vileplume, which is slightly more defensive, but really, in my mind, it's just kind of a toss-up. Whichever one you like will work for you. I'd probably side with the pure grass type, simply because of typing, but maybe that's just me. Encounter rate around here is going to keep me out of the grass for a while. There are no hidden items around here, so I don't need to worry about that. But here we can find a rock puzzle that I don't have access to. Hooray! Alright, we will head around, avoiding as much grass as possible, or close to it, at least. Damn it, I'm trying to go quick while avoiding this. I need to go this way, don't I? Indeed I do. Down here we can get into another fight. We will head down here and take out the rock puzzle, even though, once again, it's really the only thing you can do, so not really much of a puzzle. Get an HP up out of it, and we will head up. Should I encounter that Wobbuffet, I will show it. Wobbuffet is definitely an interesting Pokemon, not necessarily useful, but interesting nonetheless. We'll head over here, get into the obvious fight, a battle with you, so high up. Sure, so high up. And we can get into a fight with Hiker Daryl with one R. Okay. Daryl sent out Sudowoodo. But Daryl with one R is usually a girl's name. Sudowoodo. Sudowoodo. I don't know. It is a rock type Pokemon. It's fake wood. Pseudo wood. Oh. It's very weak to water. It's got a great defensive stat. It's got a good offensive stat. It's really slow. Doesn't have the best amount of HP. It's good, but not great. And it's really, really slow, like I said. Special defense, not bad, but definitely not a Pokemon that you want to make your only Pokemon. You know, it took me forever to figure out the typing of Sudowoodo. It's rock, though. It's just plain rock. Oh, the heartbreak of losing so easily to you. Give me your money. Why don't you have a second R in your name? Experience the joy of climbing. Like, this is as high as it goes around here. Whatever. Over here, we can find another rock puzzle. You pretty much do not necessarily the only thing that you can do, but don't be stupid about it, and you should be able to get access to a full restore. Like, as long as... Well, actually, there's no... I was about to say, there's a way to mess this up, but really, you could have just pushed... Like, if you pushed both sides, but then you just needed to push one all the way over. They give you the easiest rock puzzles here. What the hell? You do know what I had to get through in order to get access to this in the first place, right? Right? I swear, like, no respect for the Elite Four, considering what I had to go through to get there. How you doing, buddy? I'm pretty familiar with the land around these parts. Are you now? Oh, it's a Pokemaniac. Hector. Hector would like to battle. You can just call me Achilles then. Just stay away from my heel. Well, technically the tendon, but either way, just stay away from it. Here, he has a RHYHORN. Wonderful way to start a Pokemon battle is just with me absolutely destroying your weak Pokemon. Well, technically it's strong, but its special defense is terrible still. Give me the experience. I don't really feel like I earned it. Out comes a Kangaskhan, though. Oh. It's gonna be Kangaskhan on Kangaskhan. I had to think about it for a second. I'm like, do I want to send Mr. Jency out, Lordyon? No. Fistamich versus another Kangaskhan. We're gonna start with a fake out. We're gonna treat this Kangaskhan like it is actually good. but it's not. It's actually not good at all. We'll go for a strength and finish it off. Down goes the Kangaskhan. I have done the math on the fake out to strength conversion. I know that the Kangaskhan cannot live through that. Give me my experience. Down goes Hector. You don't need to be so pushy. I'll be happy to tell you. Wait, what were we talking about? What are you going to tell me? The door to the ruins. It has these strange patterns engraved on the outside. I don't know what they mean, though. Thank you for all your wonderful information, Hector. Don't know if I could have made it through without your help, Hector. But it's not like he's wrong. There are markings on the door. So we will take that into account, as I'm still trying to avoid the grass. Still trying to avoid it. And up here we can find more hikers. There appear to be many secrets still unsolved in this world. Well, I will go through and solve them then. How about that? The only thing I can't solve is the hell's in the pattern on the pattern bush. How you doing, Stanley? What's with people not spelling names properly around here? There's an E in Stanley. He's got Graveler. I've still got Popeye. Popeye is really good against Graveler. So down goes Graveler. It's still super effective. I don't know why, but damn near everything around here is a rock ground type. Oh, that's right. Popeye still has leftovers. But now we can use Waterfall, because it is very effective against an Onix. Pretty much anything special is good against him. It doesn't even have to be something he's weak against. That is how bad that stat is. We'll keep Popeye out. Why not? Popeye could still use some work. Out comes the Graveler, and up goes some of Popeye's HP. Not as much as I would like, but what are you going to do? We'll go with the Surf. Why not? Down goes the Graveler, and we have defeated Stanley. Seriously, are you guys going to start spelling names properly around here? Did you run out of names and just have to start spelling old names wrong? Down goes Ruin Maniac Stanley. Thank you for all that information, Stanley. I suggest to you that you, too. What? I suggest to you that you, too, give a thought to the secrets and mysteries of our world once a day. Just once a day? All right. Today I will think about the Nazca lines. Alright, I'm done. Let's see what your friend down here has to say about the mysteries of our world. I'm curious, what compelled you to come here? Knowing what I need to do in order to further the game's plot? Ruin Maniac Foster would like to battle. He's got a golem! I think this is our first golem. This is the final evolution of Geodude's line. It goes Geodude, then Graveler, then you have to trade the Graveler and you'll get a golem. Or golem. Either way, probably golem. They're probably going for like the Jewish folklore type stuff. It's still weak to water though, so we will go with water. Go Surf. And down goes the boulder. It's like an official boulder these days. It looks like an MXC boulder. Sorry, MXC. I loved that show back in the day. It was so stupid. But down goes Foster. It's been so long since I battled. My instincts are off. Really? Because you only had the one Pokemon and you didn't do anything with it before I killed it. There are several ruins on the Savai Islands. The majority of them date back a long way. Could you get a little more scientific about how old these are? Hey, Mr. Scientist, how old are the ruins around here? Well, they date back a long way. Well, thank you for your detailed information. It's been said that there are mysterious stones on this island. What do you mean it's been said? I can see one right now. It's behind you. You were staring at it just a second ago. I suspect it has something to do with the ruins here. Thank you. I could not have figured that out without your help. Seriously, dude? I don't know people's problems around here. Like, they've dedicated their lives to this, and this is all they got. Ruin Maniac Larry, he's got my jokes. He's at least a little different than the other guys around here. But I still have Mr. Gency. And Mr. Gency, like, give it a brief thought. And down goes the Machoke. Oh, and a critical. Really? I did not need that. Didn't need that at all. Save that for when it's important, and I actually do need it. Like, if I'm ever up against another Dragonite or something like that. Save it for that. Down goes Machoke. Just down it goes. It's still super effective. Thank you for the update. I was well aware of that. Have been for quite some time. Down goes Ruin Maniac Larry. At least his name is spelled properly. Oh, interesting. You don't say. Did Mr. Gency interest you? Those ruins over there. I haven't had any luck in finding how I can get inside. Yeah, it's kind of cryptic. Not as cryptic as Altering Cave was, but sure. Cryptic. All right, we'll head down here and avoid going that way. We've pretty much gone full circle now, and we have made it to the center. You can actually surf here and fish here. Let's go over Pokemon availability. I'll try to go quick. If you're surfing, 100% either Wooper or Marill, depending on your version. If you fish here with the good rod, 60% Poliwag, 20% Goldeen, 20% Magikarp, so pretty much no new stuff. If you fish with a Super Rod, once again, no new stuff. 40% Poliwag, 40% Poliwhirl, 15% Gyarados, 5% either Psyduck or Slowpoke, depending on your version. Alright, this thing is pretty damn cryptic. I hope you were paying attention before. The door doesn't budge at all. Check it more thoroughly. On closer inspection, there are several dots on the door. And that's all they're going to give you. If I hit it again, they'll just repeat it. That really is all they're going to give you. Were you paying attention last time? Did you make notes? If not, what you need to do here is cut. That's why Nibbler's been here the whole damn time. For this one damn cut. Plus, I wasn't sure if there were going to be other things, but indeed there weren't. And we've made it into the dotted hole. Here, we can find a hole. That's really all we have access to, so we'll fall down it. Here, we can find more braille. It'll give you a direction. This one is obviously up. That's the only thing it can be. It's only 2 letters. They'll give you up, down, left, right. Up is the only one with 2 letters. We'll head here, and here they give you the only kind of hard one. It can either be left or down, but I'm just going to tell you it's left. You can tell because it's got the same letter as cut, that T at the end. All right, then here, the only thing that can be is right, because it's 5 letters. And then here, we get another 4-letter one, but hey, it looked different than left looked, so down. And here we can find a shiny jewel. Let's pick it up. And here we have found the sapphire. I guessed right. I was right in tailing you. I knew that there was a sapphire here, so it belongs to me. I'll sell it to Team Rocket for serious money. Don't glare at me like that. If you want it back, why don't you go get it after I sell it? I'll even tell you one of the passwords to Team Rocket's warehouse. The warehouse password I know is yes, nah, Chansey. I'm done. Don't think badly of me. I was only in it for the money. So we have gotten a sapphire to pair with the ruby, even though they're the same gemstone, just different colors. Over here, though, we can find more braille. Hold on while I pull up what this actually says, because I don't know off the top of my head. Here it says, let the 2 glittering stones, one in red, one in blue, connect the past. 2 friends sharing power, open a window to a new world that glows. The next world waits for you. Huh. So we will try to get it out of here. And indeed, we do. Quite easily, actually. But with that done, we're pretty much done here. So I'm going to fly back to Six Island and we'll take a look at the new Pokemon that we picked up along the way.